Armando. We'll welcome Marcelo to the stage. Thank you.
I always have to do this. Well, good morning. First of all, I want to express my gratitude to FIPP to allow me the honor of being part of this session, of this event. Second, thank you for choosing this session to hear us. And third, I beg your pardon if my English is not the best one, but for sure it's better than your Spanish, so let's try to do it. Let me begin by sharing a little about Grupo Cerca, so my comments can be understood in context. The company was born in 2004 with only one product, Construir magazine, addressed to the construction industry, and the idea of integrating the sector in the 6 countries of Central America: Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala. We started with 7 employees in Costa Rica and 1 home office in each of the other countries. Nearly 10 years later, we have a staff of 170 people. We have presence in 8 countries. We added Mexico and Dominican Republic. We have increased our B2B titles to 4, 2 license agreements, Domus and Advertising Age. We are the advertising sales representative for 8 titles: Vanidades, Cosmopolitan, in Spanish, Women's Health, TV y Novelas, Men's Health, National Geographic, 2, and Esquire, all of them published by Editorial Televisa, some local magazines, our own and customized, and soon we will launch a B2C magazine in the 6 countries of the region, using a completely original business model, but not the subject of this talk, with Hello Magazine. We also develop the business in different platforms, such as events and digital, among others. In the B2B business, we have presence in the construction industry with the platforms of our magazines Construir and its digital version, weekly newsletters, special editions, and social media, and Domus, architecture magazine, special editions, and social media. We also have IT Now magazine, monthly corporate technology, with weekly newsletter, web with daily updates, social media, yearly congress, events, white papers, etc., and an agreement for content with IDG's magazine CIO. Mercados y Tendencias, a monthly general business magazine, weekly newsletter, websites, events, special books, reports, social media, and agreement for our December editions with the New York Times and its product Turning Points. And Productor Agropecuario, primary sector magazine, webpage, newsletter, events, and social media, and Advertising Age with a license from my friends from Crane that are here. So that's enough about Grupo Cerca. Now let's talk about the topic that brings us here today. How is the business changing for the B2B publishers in the recent years? Now that they are not only the creators of publishing products, but also marketing consultants for the companies they work with. I would like to start by mentioning the conclusions of a recent study about the industry by the American Business Media, which, by the way, do not entirely apply to my region, but they are trends that will arrive sooner or later. One of these results is that the print products are still the main source of income for the surveyed companies. However, only 11% of marketers expect to increase their print advertising budget in the next 12 months, while 32% actually express to decrease it. Additionally, marketers see circulation rates as the less important metrics when defining advertising purchases. Only 64% said they use it for defining their purchases, in comparison with, for example, audience measurement and demographics or engagement level with our media. Now, if the print publishing business is still growing and the readers are still looking for us, why do marketers use us less and less for their campaigns? I believe the key is that we can't just keep on selling square inches of advertising. The focus must change to what we offer through our communication platforms. Let's start by going back to our roots. What are our weaknesses and strengths as B2B publishers? If we take a closer look at the B2B publishers, we can find the following strengths. First, we represent a source of trusted content, other content providers may have conflicts of interest. We provide a filter where flow of content is overwhelming and confusing. We are naturally positioned to analyze and package content. We are positioned to build relationships leading to more granular databases. We have in-depth knowledge of industries we serve, an opportunity to develop new products, and we are positioned to build engaged communities. And of course, we also have weaknesses. First, traditional subscription and advertising models are under threat. Cost of entry for competitors is much lower due to almost nil cost of distribution. Growth of rival databases, such as email lists from non-traditional competitors. News are commodities and increasingly free. Growing number of news aggregators, Google News among the best known. Growth of alternative platforms for advertisers. Most likely, publishing companies that insist on staying with the old subscription method and the traditional advertising model will be left out of the competitive struggle in the future. It's certainly more complicated than just migrating from paper to digital. It implies thinking like business opportunity generators and integral consultants for our customers. Instead of just offering content and a platform for advertisers, B2B publishers must intensely focus on helping our customers achieve their business goals, whether that means finding new customers, strengthening their commercial relationship, or building a brand. Once we are their commercial consultants, their goals must drive the type of partnerships we want with them. This is a clear example where the sum of our products or services is equal or higher than its parts. The basis of the B2B sector is the connection between sellers and buyers or those who recommend the products. That is, on top of providing relevant information, we must be useful to facilitate connection within the industry commercial chain. If we consider the marketing funnel, I believe as publishers and main actors in every industry in which operate, we have the ability to help with every step of the chain. Let's first understand the funnel when thinking of our advertisers' companies, or even our own. First of all, we have the universe of potential customers. A part of them know us. Among the ones that know us, there's a group we can take care of through our different sales channels. Out of the ones we serve, some are interested in our products or services. Among the ones that buy from us, we find the loyal customers that repurchase or even recommend our products. The question is how can we, as B2B publishers, help them carry more and more customers from the universe to the top of this funnel, to the tip of this funnel. My conclusion is that we now have products and services that work as tools for improving the chain. The main thing is that we can actually explain our customers how can we do this so that they really understand the process, and then we'll be marketing consultants for our advertisers instead of just providers of communication platforms. Let's go step by step. The first one is the easiest. If we want one of the potential customers of the universe to move to the group of people that know us, what I must do is work on increasing the visibility of my brand. Here is clear that an advertising space in one of our media would fulfill this goal. The second step is going beyond the knowledge of our brand to actually establishing a direct contact will depend on the channels we generate as platforms for this contact. Business conferences or thematic fairs are a couple of the examples of our actions that could help them establish direct contact with one another. Once they are already in touch, we must help our customers to increase the interest in their products and services. This is when content, not only the platform, becomes relevant. And when we talk about content, it means both a specific one we publish in our media, print or digital, and the information we can give them about our readers. A complete data mining about the tools our readers use, the usage time, navigability, and interest will certainly help in this sense. But this is not the end. We can go deeper with thematic editions, white papers, seminars, etc., or any type of contacts that allow us to form and inform our readers. Now comes the tricky part. Are we capable of generating an actual purchase? Historically, the answer is no. Our involvement can go as far as the last step, unless we want to participate as part of the commercial chain in the industry. The existence of technological platforms and the e-commerce development that we heard yesterday in a very interesting panel can change this concept. I believe it's accessibility and usage growth. Remember, in our region, in my region, in Central America, we are less developed than other places where connectivity and secure online payments platforms are widely spread, will help us with the step without doubt. If after implementing a thematic development, our reader can purchase the product he just read about directly from our platform, we would generate not only interest, but also an actual purchase. Lastly, repurchase and recommendation have to do with customer fidelization. Here we return to a more traditional role of our industry, which has always generated products and services that can help with this goal. In an ideal world, the relationship between advertiser and publisher should be similar to business partnership. Publishing companies have potentially more tools than ever to offer real value for advertisers, either for driving brand recognition or sales. In many aspects, the role of B2B publishers is the same as always. They provide the market with the necessary content while supporting and facilitating the decision-making process. The challenge is now to maintain these functions and to make them profitable. This obviously requires more than just transferring contents and advertising platforms from a paper-based format to a digital or live one. In summary, I'm convinced our role as B2B publishers does not only relate to the generation of products, but with advising our customers on how to turn potential customers in real ones, from the universe of prospects to loyal clients. If we manage to understand this, we automatically become consultants and not just people selling advertising spaces in many platforms. Of course, this does not end with our roles toward the advertiser. If we consider the readers, we must also serve as their consultants and help them find solutions to their needs and problems. In times when content turns more and more into a commodity, free and overwhelming, B2B publishers must add value to the information, helping their readers to filter what is really relevant for them and providing them with information, context, and analysis. In brief, we are becoming more consultants than editor or advertising salespeople. Recently, I heard someone defining the publisher, I heard someone defining the publisher role from a reader's perspective like a content curator, who from his own experience chooses that which is really useful for the reader, picking from among an ocean of content difficult to interpret. In my case, seen by experience, our main source of income comes from the advertiser, sponsor, exhibitor, etc., depending on the format we are selling. We focus more on this marketing and sales consulting. Maybe the biggest challenge is not changing the minds of our advertisers, but of our salespeople. If we can do that, I'm convinced a universe of opportunities will open up in the future. Thank you for your time.